Hey, what are you doing, guys? Packet Ghost back with another video. Today I want to review TorGuard VPN because this is a VPN that I think has had a very interesting history. Hey guys, this is Packet Ghost. So as you know on my channel, in order to make honest, authentic VPN reviews, we can't use affiliates, links and stuff like that. We're also not going to take any sponsorships from any VPNs. We're not going to give you any promo codes for VPNs. This is the only legit non-affiliated VPN review platform here on YouTube or maybe anywhere on the internet. But that said, if you guys want to help support me and help me make videos to even make this my full-time job, then consider using my link to check out Optery. Now, you guys might be wondering, what is Optery? Why do I need Optery? Well, Optery is a data broker removal tool that will remove information from websites on the internet. This is important if you're worried about getting doxxed, spam calls, just having information on the internet like your address, your phone number, and even that of your friends and family. So from my experience, Optery is the best one, and I'll tell you why in just one second. But basically the tool, you'll sign up, pay it a monthly fee, and from there it will take your information, go to different websites, and remove that information without you having to do it yourself. Now, Optery is different from other tools like Incogni and some of the other ones, and that's cheaper, and it will not provide your information to websites that don't have that information already, so there's no privacy kind of issues there. Now, for my research, I've almost tested every one of these data broker removal tools, and Optery is by far the best. It's the cheapest. It has an honest company with no upcharges for what you get and what you pay for. It's head and shoulders above other ones. It's not part of the Nord and Surfshark kind of monopoly that they have running on with Incogni and various other YouTube channels that are reviewing Incogni and have investments from those platforms. Optery also provides a free core, extended, or ultimate plan. The ultimate plan gives you so much more sites removed than other options out there. Honestly, the people that work on this company are very good. So if you do want to help support honest VPN reviews, if you don't want to click on VPN affiliate links, but you want to use a really good product and check out Optery, I'll be putting a link for that in the description down below. It also includes a 30-day money-back guarantee. All right, guys, thanks for the support. And if you don't want to use Optery, these reviews, as always, are completely free to watch. So let's just start off right off the bat. To be honest, we could go over the pros and cons in this video, and that's probably how I'll be doing future reviews as well. So number one, I would say that TorGuard VPN does have a pretty solid fundamental in terms of being a VPN. It has no logs. There's been never any instance of it giving away logs, and it does seem to care about privacy on most spaces and transparency and stuff like that. If you take a look at its trackers and various things like its analytics, those are all pretty good. It's a little bit more transparent with its pricing model. It's not trying to actively scam you like NordVPN and Surfshark, where it's going to charge you all these fees after those first couple terms. TorGuard is a little bit more expensive, however, than some of the VPNs out there, just with the way the pricing works. It doesn't increase the price after the first couple terms, but it does cost a little more. If you see here, it's around $11. Now, I am aware they do offer some promo codes. That said, I'm not going to count that for this review, since most of those promo codes seem to be, from my experience, like affiliate codes, and we don't really use those here on the channel. We're not going to give you a code necessarily. But TorGuard's page, it does have different pricing available, but honestly, I don't know why they designed the website this way. It's just extremely clunky. I can't even figure out really how to see the other. Oh, there you go. It wasn't popping up before. Kind of weird. But like I said, yeah, it's a little more expensive long-term, around $154 for 3 years, $110. It's like twice the price of some of those other VPNs. Jesus Christ, look how clunky it is. I added all these different things and I don't even know why. That said, TorGuard on a fundamental basis, it is fine. It has sock-side proxy, kill switches. It is lacking some things though, like a kill switch. Not a kill switch split satellite. It's something that the community has actually had asked for a while. TorGuard has had mixed messaging if they're planning on implementing that or not. But another kind of con I have with TorGuard is just doesn't really seem to be updated anymore. If you could see here, the last update was more than a year ago. I've seen some people talking about this on Reddit, And all those people were kind of concerned about that, and TorGuard just waved that off like it's not a concern. They used the approach that we're not going to just needlessly update the application for no reason. But if you take a look at its history, it was updated all the time until recently. So I don't really think that makes sense. I also think VPNs do need to be updated to prevent security issues and things like that. And TorGuard, as far as I could see, following the path of other VPNs that have now died. I'm not sure why that is. The team doesn't seem to give a good answer to why, but that is what it is. Additionally, if you go on the forums, they're actually abandoned as well. The last update was October 21st, 2024, was some WireGuard thing, and then before that was February 2024. Makes you wonder, is this guy Mike, who is posting these updates, does he even work here anymore? I had no idea. But there are a lot of posts here. This guy's asking if there's been any updates. This guy says nope. So yeah, honestly speaking, in a lot of ways seems kind of dead now, which is kind of unfortunate because it does have a lot of the solid fundamentals like a Linux GUI, decent DNS, some ad blocking controls in the application that are pretty strong. Its application is fine for what it is. It works okay. It looks pretty good here on iOS, at least, from when I've been using it. It does feel a little smoother on iOS than maybe something like the PC. But yeah, in terms of the pros, I'm going to say that's kind of like it. A decent kind of privacy background, a decent application, really good speeds. But at the same time, everything seems just to be kind of dead. I don't really know what's going on here. Let's see if there's any recent reviews. I guess you can't really do that on this one. But that's kind of it. Solid foundation, but seems to be outdated. Let's go ahead and take out some of the cons. Mainly, I've seen a lot of people when it comes to who have supported TorGuard in the past or reviewed it or something like that. There's a couple of YouTubers out there that have reviewed it. And most of these people seem like TorGuard just kind of stopped paying them, which is definitely kind of shady in my opinion. I've never really seen this before. It just seems like they got ghosted. And you could find this, all over the internet. If you just look up on Google, there's probably multiple pages of people complaining that, they have not been paid, which is definitely kind of weird. The funny thing is TorGuard still, from what I know, does have an active affiliate page here. So they have an affiliate page here where they let people sign up, but they don't seem to be paying them. So that is kind of like false advertising, kind of scammy to me, definitely a red flag. Also, the abandoned forums don't make it look good either. Weird thing about TorGuard is they do still have an active Twitter, but like the Reddit, it just kind of posts memes and some small updates. But yeah, honestly, guys, I think this one back in the day maybe had progress, but I don't know. It just feels like there's hardly anyone working at the company anymore. There's no updates. The forums seem abandoned. Affiliates don't seem to be getting paid. This is one of those VPNs where I can't tell you necessarily it's recommended for me because it just seems kind of abandoned. Some other weird things I've noticed when it comes to TorGuard is that I did find a Reddit post from 3 months ago claiming that TorGuard had started like a random meme coin. If you click on this, there seems to be some VPS website associated with TorGuard, and they had a link to this meme coin called Minya token. Some other research says that they found one called Bigley Bucks, and Minyoth was reposting TorGuard. The image seemed to be made by Google Gemini, which I can kind of confirm it definitely looks that way. I went to go ahead and do some research on that, and I did find, even as far as April, Minyoth is still reposting TorGuard, which definitely is shady. I looked into these projects, both Minyoth and this one called Bigley Bucks. They have identical websites. They seem to offer nothing in terms of utility, barely, just meme coins. The funny thing is both of these accounts here actually are dead. They have no activity. So I'm not really sure why TorGuard made these coins. Definitely kind of odd. Or posted them on their website. If they weren't behind it, why would they post a link here? So definitely very strange. But for that, I would give it around a 38 out of 64 just for its points in various different categories, like its application and stuff like that. It is expensive too for what it is. I'm not going to be recommending those promo codes or any discount codes I got for it, since I don't do that here on the channel. I think it used to be a good VPN, but nowadays just feels kind of like a ghost town. Those are my opinions, but do what you will with it.